guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, what I have for you today is I'm going to be doing a DIY, and the reason I'm not doing the clean the craft room with me is because, to be honest, it's such a mess. I'm overwhelmed. I don't think I could get it done in one video. I really don't. So I'm still going to do it, and two, I want a serving tray for outside. We have some, but I want to make a different one. So I thought I would do this. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be doing this. So if you want to see what I use and how this turns out, just keep on watching, okay? But I will tell you this, you're going to need some kind of big tray. And I picked this up at Walmart. It was probably last year sometime. It was $2 on clearance, and I loved it, but I really don't want it to be green. I've done a video like this that is similar in the past, and I'll link it in the description box. But basically you just make this with paint look like wood, and then I'm either going to stamp or stencil on it. I'm really not sure. So let me get everything turned down and we'll get started with this farmhouse tray DIY. Okay, for this, what I do, you can sand this if you want, but for this technique, I don't. I just take some gesso. You can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Michael's, and Amazon has it. I think I have some listed in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. Okay, so I just take this gesso, and I just use these foam sponges for this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the back of it first. And you don't have to be real particular how you put this on. This is just sort of preparing the surface and sealing it, but it also adds to this beautiful wood grain effect that you can get. Now you can use other kinds of colors. I had thought about using like a gray and make it look like a galvanized tray, but then I was like, I think I want to do the brown. I'm such a creature of habit. But you just put it on here, and you don't have to be real particular. You don't want a real heavy coat. You just want it on there nicely, just like that. So I'm going to do this all over. Okay, we just had some kind of blue alert in another county in Florida, so it kicked me off. And I really don't even know what that alert is. I don't know if it's like police or I don't know. So many crazy things going on these days. Okay, now I'm going to take this and dry this with a hair dryer, and then I'll be back and we'll go to the next step. Okay, it's dry. It doesn't take very long, and you can see I was not really particular. But to get this effect to work, you have to flip it over then and paint the inside the same way. So I'm just going to come down in through here, just like this. You could use a wider brush if you wanted. I find that foam brushes work the best for this little technique. How I came up with it, it was several Thanksgivings ago. I needed a wooden platter for my cornucopia that I made, and I didn't have one, and I was like, man, and I was like, I bet I could make one. So the only thing I had was a little, I think it was a Dollar Tree at that time, little planter, not a planter, a little plastic serving dish that was oval. And I just thought, I didn't film it, and I did it, and I was like, oh wow, that turned out so cute that I thought I should have filmed it. So then I went and refilmed it using one that I got from a grocery store, Publix. And then I put something from the Dollar Tree on there. I've never done one that's colored, and I'm telling you, I'm kind of wondering, what it would look like if I do this in that gray. I may just go for it. I don't know. It may be a fail. But the wood grain effect definitely works out. But with this being green back in there, I don't know. I don't know what it'll do. We could just stick with our original plan. Okay, now I'm going to go take my Apple Barrel Gloss Real Brown. Now, like I said, I was tempted to do that gray, but I don't know. I really don't have, if I stamp, I don't really have anything that would work. So I think I'm going to stick with the brown. Maybe we'll try that later. And I'm just going to squirt that right out on here. And then you come in here and you just bring it down. Now with that green being in there, you can still see some of the green. Like I said, I have never done this technique with anything that was colored. And I could have put a heavier coat on it. Who knows what we may end up doing to this. Okay, and that is what we're getting so far. Now we have to paint the back side too, so we have to keep that in mind, that some of that green is also coming in from the back. Those of you that have been with me a long time will probably remember when I did this. Okay, this is what we're getting so far. I know it looks like a mess, but it's going to look really pretty. Now you want to flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing to the back of this. We're going to start just painting it. Okay, this is what we're getting so far. I sort of like it, and I don't know. If this had been like a clear plastic, this would have turned out beautiful, but it's that green. So I think I'm gonna try some of this Pewter Gray and just see what this does. Also, so even though it's light in here, it's hard to see. This casts a shadow. Okay, I think I'm going to like this really well. Sometimes you just have to keep playing with it. It's so hard to see. I hope that's coming out. I'm really liking that, okay? Okay, that's what we're getting so far. I really am liking that. Okay, let me tone down a little bit of this green. Afraid to layer your colors and keep going until you get what you want. Oh, okay. See, this is what we're getting. I hope it's coming across. Okay, here it is. Now we're going to flip this over again and come at it on the back, and that will also tone down a lot of colors. Plus I want it to match. I mean, it needs to match all over, because somebody definitely could see the bottom of this. And once I get through with, if I stamp or if I whatever I do to it, I can't think of it right now, the name, but I will seal this, because it will definitely have like, I mean, I wouldn't put this in a dishwasher, but I definitely want to be able to take a damp kitchen towel and wipe this off. Help tone this all down. Like I said, I don't want to get rid of all the other colors. I just want to tone them down. Okay, this is how the back is looking. It's prettier than what it's coming across on camera. This is the inside. I love it. I think it is so pretty. It has so much character. And then these are the edges. It definitely looks better, okay? So what I want to do now is actually figure out what I want to do. Okay, this, I think I showed you, this is how it's looking so far. Really do love that effect. It almost looks like either an aged wood tray or like a galvanized tray. It's really very pretty. Okay, so I've decided to use, I'm not going to stencil. I have these IOD Chrysanthemum stamps right here. You could use any kind of stamps you wanted. You get 2 big sets, and I've pulled them out what I already wanted to use, and I've conditioned them. Now I think this is what I'm going to do, so let's look. Okay, and I'm going to take the Stays On ink in Timber Brown, and you wouldn't have to put anything on this if you didn't want to. I think it's beautiful just like this. But I was going to take this one right here. They have different sizes, and I'm going to try to put this, sometimes it's easier if you look at the picture here to kind of see. Put that right there. So what I'm going to do is take this ink and I'm just going to go along the top. I don't want this real heavy. I don't want it soupy, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But I want to make sure that I get all my elements on there. And it looks like I did. And then I'm going to turn this over. This is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to just commit, hope that I was in the center, and then just touch every little area and don't shift. If I'm not in the center, that's okay. I hope I didn't just smear that one. If I'm not in the center, that's okay too, because I can build around this. Now this has a little give to it, this platter tray, okay? Then we're just going to pick straight up. And look at that so far. That is so pretty. I love that, okay? Now I want to take, and like I said, I want this to be very, very light. Okay, so I'm going to take, I think this one, I don't know, let me put this one in here and see what I think. It will be like this. Okay. Like I said, not soupy, just light. I don't care if it's darker in places, lighter in places. That's all good with me. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to, I should have used a mask because I'm going to go over that one. Just make sure you press everywhere. Not hard, but press, then lift straight up. Look at that, how pretty that is. I'm loving that, okay? Then, let's see, I think I want to put a big here. And I really like this Stays On ink. It works really well. I'm gonna put this one right here. I smeared that. Ugh. And it's because I went up. Look at that. Right there's where I smeared. I'll fix that with some paint or something. Alright, then I think I will put maybe a little one. Right here. Kind of like it's peeking out right there. Lift straight up. Look at this. Is this not cute or what? And you could put any colors that you wanted to on this. Do it like this. There's that leaf. I think I'll put this right here. And they have, you know, different sizes of this. You can really do whatever you want. Straight up. That's what we're getting. Just something to keep a little bit of interest on this bottom. I mean, you don't have to, but I really wanted something. I think I'll put maybe a leaf up through there. I got that a little heavier. So that'll probably be a little darker. There's that leaf. I could put a leaf up at the top just to and you definitely could make this look like it was a planned pattern if you wanted. I'm just sort of going haphazard. It still looks really cute. I think maybe I'll put one of these down here. You can do as many or as little as you want. Totally up to you. there's that. Just to kind of give it dimension and fill it in. I might put another one. Once I start stamping, it's hard to stop. I love this stuff. I know a lot of you have said you love it too. There is that. Let's see. Maybe we'll put a leaf right up here. Why not? And this may not be, I'm sure it's not how it would really be in real life. I'm positive of that. But I just want something to fill this in. I think it's really looking pretty. I personally think the more I put on it, the better I like it. But I have to work with, now I could have done masking, but I didn't, so I can't start that now. This little one seems to be, I think I'll do this one. Right underneath that leaf. Like just maybe, I should have got it a little closer, but look at that. This one I will get closer. And then I think I'll quit. Okay, look at this, how cute this is. Now you could go ahead and put it on the sides if you want. I don't think I want to. So let's take a look at this. Well, here it is. I really do love it. It's hard to see with these lights, but it just, like I said, you could put these together where flowers would actually grow if you wanted. It's so hard for me to see with these lights. But I love it. It just looks like wood, old weathered wood, that has had almost, I don't know, a design placed in it. I love it. You definitely could continue it around the sides. I didn't want to. Like I said, I am going to seal this. This seems pretty dry already, but I'd be afraid if I had a wet glass on there or something that it would smear. So I'll probably just put a coat of Mod Podge on there and let it dry. I'll try to give you a look up close. It's just so hard to see. But I love to use this technique. You can do it so many ways. You might actually be able to see it better from this distance. I don't know. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out on YouTube. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe and become a member of our family. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell and set it to all so you won't miss an upload. So I will see you Monday for some sort of Cricut DIY. And Tuesday, I do not know if I'm going to be able to do the patio decorate with me or not, because it's raining again today. It rains and then it stops, it thunders, it lightnings. So I don't know, we're just in that time of year. So hopefully I can get that done really soon. We did get our refrigerator in, thank God, and I'm very pleased with it. And if you can believe it or not, that nut that came the first time to fix our old refrigerator called my husband yesterday and left a message and said, hey, I just got a message from you guys just calling you back. He was so nice, highly not like him, and we hadn't called him, so we're just totally ignoring him. So let me go get Maggie and let her say hi to you. Well, the baby was on the couch. She really wasn't asleep. She was just sort of looking. Say, Mama's got something on YouTube and the baby's watching. Say hello. Say, how are you? Oh, Maggie looked at the camera. Yes, she did. So, I don't know what we'll do Tuesday, but we will do something. So, until next time, bye guys.